It is a secret we have known before Gohan could even form words in his mouth. Through fights with Raditz, Garlic Jr., the Ginyu Force, and even Frieza, we've caught glimpses of the child's explosive power. But like an explosion, it always vanished with the moment. It couldn't be controlled. Until now. At last, the beastly power has been harnessed. Gohan has awoken. Now Cell will battle a warrior 11 years in the making on the next Dragon Ball Z.
I clicked the wrong button. I was going to be such a cool transition, and I clicked the wrong button. Hi, welcome everyone to the Due2Copywrite minicast, which we, decided to do on the spot. My name is Wili Fetti, and, kind of the leader of this thing. And joining me today, I have, first off, one person that I'm super excited to be on the podcast. But let's go ahead and introduce the first one I always introduce, my cohort in crime. That would be twitch.tv/mudpiemongo.
I have a big paper clip, and I don't know where it came from.
Good shit. But the person I'm excited to have on the podcast, really, really good friend of mine. Glad he's back. It is Ski Kangaroo.
I'm horny to be back. I mean, I'm happy to be back.
Well, guys, it is really great to just have like the small cast, because usually we have 5 members now for the people who haven't caught up. And and thank you to Nerd U Comics and Collectibles for sponsoring this podcast. And let's get right into it. Woo! So the elephant in the room, right? Like, we have one of the greatest speedrunners of all time. Some would say the GOAT of 2018, right? So Kangaroo, what is up, man? How have you been?
I've been doing good, honestly. I've been thinking a lot about just the Spider Gang and speedrunning lately, and it's put me back into like a pretty good mood, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, trust me, the Spider Gang, we have grown. The Web Warriors have grown. There's still the Spider Trio, which is me, you, and Soda, right? But twitch.tv/Soda Lear, give him a free shout out. But there's we've developed the Web Warriors. You know what I mean? Like we have branched out. As you know, my world record got taken by Spyron, and he's part of the Web Warriors, and so we are. Yeah, the Web Warriors are what we call ourselves, dude. I'm making a t-shirt.
Another victory for the Web Warriors.
I gotta show them how we do it in the old school Fortnite.
Get out of here, squad. We running this web. We gonna go to Wilter Wowers.
He was whittling on the Spider-Man CD.
Whittling.
Oh my god, guys, this is so cringy.
He was whittling on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we've got 3 different generations here. We got the Boomer, we got the Gen Zer, and then we got Kangaroo, who's Gen Alpha.
I am a millennial,
that is
so
not accurate.
I am a millennial, so
I am
legal.
legal.
You are inaccurate.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to hit 31 next week, man. It's gonna be weird.
Dude, what the man, dude?
Yeah, I'm old.
Get off the internet, Jesus Christ! You are too old for this.
Yeah, it's no longer a victory for the OGs. The OGs getting pushed out.
Dude's 31, been watching too much TikTok,
When
bro.
have we been too old? No, I don't get on no TikTok stuff. I'm too good for that. I get on iFunny. I'm a real one.
Dude,
Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa, you watch his Instagram to get all his TikToks that are like 3 years late.
Dude, I don't even use Instagram.
I don't either.
You were such a boomer. He uses Facebook.
Oh my.
True.
He gets all his information from Facebook.
You say that literally is where I get most of my local news from. Dude, that's how I found out we're gonna have an Amazon distribution center open up right next to my work soon.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. May not suck. I mean, we're kind of a poor state, so what any business we can get.
Oh wow,
Mississippi not doing too well.
A concentration camp is opening near you? That's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, that's
We
crazy.
gonna teach you
dude.
how to
That's
focus,
crazy.
and you're gonna pack these boxes. Why am I doing a Chinese accent?
Stop. Listen. The minute
Listen.
you start the minute you start doing the gritty thing, like the he whittly,
He whittly.
we were on our way home from Tennessee. I got a really good story before we get into the kangaroo
Edge
stuff.
bound and down.
I have
Loaded up and trucking.
me and Caitlin were on our way home from Tennessee for my family reunion, and I literally just made a joke. I made a joke because we were passing over a river on the mountains. I was like, we whittly gritting on over the creek or whatever, and we talked like that for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Like you can't. It's so funny. Like it's so like just like nonchalant that you can't stop talking like that. Just stop doing it.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
stop doing it. But no, kangaroo man, it's good to have you back in the spider trio. I
Yes,
saw you were practicing 2018 today.
It's literally
So
awesome.
are we getting any big runs from the 2018 stuff?
Oh,
coming
you
up?
know, the 2018 is it was my first speed run, so it holds a special place in my heart. And there's this runner called Vex, who has been inching his way towards my record. And I saw Zoe also recently posted a
Mm-hmm.
PB, and they're getting me a little nervous. And I watched Vex run last night, and I was like, yeah, it's time for me to come back because he was like 40 seconds off of my PB in the first act, and
Let me tell you, he's getting nervous. His time is 2 hours and 58 minutes, and Zoe's is 3 hours and 4 minutes.
yeah,
So
they're getting close.
Zoe is inching, my boy. Zoe is inching there.
Vex said he can very easily get a 303 if he gets a first try lead skip, which, if you practice it enough, it is not that difficult to do.
I watched you
And
do it on stream this today.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm the goat, so I mean, it wasn't that hard for me, but
Yeah, facts.
I'm
Love you a
trying
kangaroo.
without instead of controller, I'm switching to keyboard and mouse, so I have to relearn like muscle memory, you know? I have to relearn the game basically.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody in chat who doesn't know, everybody here in this call except for Mongo are speedrunners. So like,
Yep.
we all speedrun Spider-Man and other games.
Yeah, when I hear the words speed run and then 3 hours, I like this. That doesn't sound right.
Oh,
I mean,
trust me.
I know
I
you
don't
gotta
think you
like the
understand. I
look.
don't think you understand how crazy that speedrun is.
Look. I understand that there's like some kind of Zelda speed run. I think it's like the one he turns into a wolf or something. You stare at like a crystal or a ruby or whatever for 17 hours to skip something. I know they get crazy, but it's like, good lord.
My favorite are the hot plates. Whenever they heat up their Famicom, they put it on a hot plate so they can start getting glitches. It's
Oh,
for
What?
Dragon. It's for Dragon Quest 1. Look this up. They actually banned the hot plate and now it's in its own subcategory. But somebody figured out that if you heat up your console, if you put it on a hot plate, it'll start glitching out and giving you rare items that you need for later on in the game and helping you do skips and everything.
Why would
Then
anybody do that?
and then there's also another one where you can put it in a bucket of ice and cool it down and it does different things.
yeah. By the way, it's
Oh
Dragon
my
Quest 3,
God.
not 1.
Yeah, Dragon Quest 3, yeah.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I want to speaking since we're on this topic, I've always had a beef with this, especially when he got put into Super Smash Brothers. That dude, I guess the main guy in it, looks like Android
What, Marth?
17. Android 17 from DBZ.
What, Marth?
I guess that's his name. I don't know. The one with like the
Dragon
medium
Dragon
long
Quest
hair and the purple.
Dragon Quest guy.
Yeah, the Dragon Quest guy, the one who's holding up the flag in the middle of the dang.
Dude, he has brown hair. What are you talking
Dude
about?
looks like Android 17. You cannot tell me he does not look like Android 17 from DBZ.
Somebody who hasn't watched DBZ is over here like he looks like Android 17. That's crazy.
I grew up on DBZ and DB. I grew up on DB. You were still in the womb.
I did too. What? Are you
You
kidding
were
me?
still in the womb. You weren't conscious in this world yet. You didn't know the horrors.
You don't want to debate me on Dragon Ball.
You don't remember what
we're gonna
happened
steer
during
this
the day of
topic.
2001.
Bro,
We're
he
steering
just looks
this
like every generic Dragon Ball character. He looks
Exactly.
like Goku when he was a kid. He looks like Gohan when he was a kid. He just looks like a
I
generic.
think we're talking about the song wrong person. This guy I'm looking at does not look like.
No, we're
Gohan.
talking about Marth. We're talking about Marth.
Well, I looked up Marth, and Marth has blue hair.
No,
Oh,
I'm
is
talking
it?
about the
Okay,
dude
so
that's
it's
got the
not
black
Marth.
hair that looks like Android 17.
Yeah, and he has like a gold headband with like a blue gem on it.
Hey, Mongo, read chat. This is what. Yeah,
Like
you're
5
trying to.
years
You're trying
older.
to. Yeah, you're trying to outpace me. You're only 5 years older than me, dude. You're like, I was in the womb watching like you while you were watching. Or you were in the womb while I was watching
You don't
Dragon
remember
Ball.
what it was like when those towers fell. You
Da-
didn't feel the
Hey.
patriotism. You couldn't remember it.
Yo.
Already with the okay, nice.
All right, thank you guys for coming by the podcast. Yeah.
Oh, say can you see?
All right, chill out, chill out, chill out. But yeah, dude, I'm so I'm excited for what we got coming up because we do have a lot of big things coming up. As long as I can get to therapy and get to antidepressants, we have a lot of good things coming up.
Oh, okay.
That, and if our people show up.
Yeah, if everybody shows up, dude, Juniper ghosted me last night, and I
Mhm.
swear to
Terribly.
God, listen. So I'm gonna tell the story. No offense to Juniper, she had to work or whatever. She took extra jobs because she thought I was gonna take a nap. 5 minutes
Yeah.
after me saying I was gonna take a nap, I changed my mind and messaged her, right? And
Yeah.
she was like, "Okay, I'll be on by 7 your time." So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll start the stream at 6:55."
Mm-hmm.
I ended up starting the stream at 7:11, and
Shout out.
I just started waiting, right? Like I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Mongo's with me.
When are we
went
waiting?
It went to 7:30, and I was like, okay, what's going on? I'll give her till 8. I'm just on stream doing barrel rolls with my character on Legends Arceus, like Pokemon, waiting on Juniper to show up and listening to music. And then I figure out that she's in another chat in another Discord, and I pop in and I'm like, yo, what's up? And she's like, oh, I'm going to be here all night or whatever. And I'm just like, why didn't you
Thanks for the heads
message
up.
me? And then so I stayed in there for a little while. They started playing a whole bunch of soundboards, and then I just ended stream. So I was just like, okay. But no harm against her. She had work. I get it. But hopefully we're doing it tonight. So
I
that's
will
gonna
bring
be
the
good.
harm.
Bring the harm. But yeah, so Kangaroo, are you down to run EE? That's the
No.
big question. No.
Straight
Not
up,
even if
no,
me and
man.
Soda run it with you?
I've been trying to tell you, man. I am not going back to either of those games. I'm not going back to 2000 or 2002. I'm not doing either.
Hey, Widowy
Yeah, I mean,
retired.
he did retire. I mean, I do feel like it's warranted though, because Kangaroo had a lot of stress during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Those were some wild times for our Discord and speed running and stuff, and everybody was arguing.
Mhm.
Mongo, you weren't in the Discord, but
I am not. No.
everybody was arguing. It was like should time loads be removed? We're gonna copy your homework, blah blah blah, all that. I know Kangaroo remembers all that. We're just gonna copy your homework. But yeah, it was just bad.
Yeah.
At least it's cleared up a little bit, but nah. So let's get off this topic because I know Kangaroo doesn't want to talk about it. Let's get off this topic.
Next topic.
Honestly, Kangaroo, how is so do you have any other games in the works, bro, besides 2018?
So the one game that I was working hard on speedrunning before I took a step away was Quantum Break. And yeah, I spent quite a bit of time on it on a broken jank version, and then I'm pretty sure I got it on Steam, and I got, I think, 4th place. There's only 8 runs, but I got 4th place, took a step back, and I am kind of excited to get back to that one as well.
Dude, I'm so down to watch you play Quantum Break. I don't think you understand. Quantum Break is so good.
It's
I am
such a good
down
game.
to watch
It's such a good
I am
game.
so down to watch you play Quantum Break.
The run is kind of hard though. Learning the skips took me forever, and I'm gonna have to relearn all that. So that's gonna be a fun adventure.
I'm planning on doing some vlogs and let's plays. I'm completely changing up a lot of my channel. I need to hire an editor, so if anybody's watching this, I will pay you $100 a video if you edit. Or $100 a month until we start getting ad revenue. Then I'll start paying you on the videos or whatever. I know Mongo's laughing, but $100 is $100 in this economy, bro.
Sure.
But yeah,
go to Fiverr.
honestly, I'm planning on doing some let's plays. I picked up Rugrats, Search for Reptar. I got DuckTales remastered for the PS3. I'm gonna be doing a lot of speedruns and a lot of vlogging. Started coming up, so.
Hey,
That's
speaking of editing and such, have y'all tried out anything with the new Twitch feature about the Twitch? What are they called? It's not shorts. It's
Oh, it's the stories.
yeah, stories. I Cinder did something a while back. I never could get it to load, so I didn't really actually look at it.
It's like stories like Snapchat or whatever. You can like post like you can like post edited clips together and make like a little short and record your voice over it.
Oh, so it's not like you taking snippets from the stream. It's like you recording something and then uploading it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, then
That's
I
like
I
that's the bare
misunderstood what it
bones.
was then.
That's like the bare bones of it. It's not like crazy, but my plan is I think my next speedrun game, so I have like 3 games that I want to speedrun. One of them being Code Veronica, like Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Interesting.
Mm.
The other, because I have Colin, who is number 2 in the world for that game, gonna be teaching me how to do it. Another one is a speed run that I'm actually, if you counted my time from when I first started speedrunning before I really got into this or whatever, Resident Evil 3, which I was 8th in the world for PS5 or whatever. So I'm gonna start running Resident Evil 3, and then the last one I'm gonna run is a little bit of a curveball, but yeah, exactly, Mongo. There you go. Is is I think I'm gonna try to speed run Animal Crossing,
Animal Crossing.
What's the speed run from Animal Crossing? Just paying off the house or
paying
something?
off the house. Yep.
Which version of Animal Crossing?
I've been giving it a hard debate or whatever. The Switch version's like really hard to do, so I'm thinking about Animal Crossing 1.
That's on the. It's not the
Okay.
GameCube, is it?
It's on the GameCube, yeah.
Oh, it is the GameCube. Okay.
The real Animal Crossing 1 is on N64.
What about the museum? Oh, that's gonna be.
There's a different
for that.
there's a different category for the museum. Like but the main speed run is paying off the house. And I think that would be like a really good take a break speed run for me. I also might speed run Resident Evil 1, the original, but I'm not very sure about that one yet. But that's like my plans for the future.
What was the
What do you think,
Resident Evil
Pedro?
I sent you the other day?
You sent me Gaiden, which is the Game Boy one, which
yeah.
I am going to fucking speedrun too. Gaiden, I wanted to get Gaiden for the Game Boy the Game Boy Color, and actually do it hardware, but like Gaiden is one of those things that it's like $300 to pick up, and I
Ooh.
don't want to pick it up. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why
$300?
emulation is so dope. Cause it did not cost me $300.
Yeah,
But
for
not
sure.
you speedrunning Code Veronica, that would be a fun stream. And then Animal
'Cause-
Crossing is definitely an interesting choice. I would say that.
Yeah, because I think for Animal Crossing, like I'm not too familiar with I'm familiar with Animal Crossing, but I think that speed running Animal Crossing would be fun. I'm also thinking about, because me and Mago were talking about this before you hopped in. I wanted him to speed run Red and Blue with me, but like because I've actually speed run Blue before, and I'm not gonna do the subcategory where it's like glitch to the end. I might just do like the whole thing. I'm thinking about speed running either Gold and Silver or speed running Blue. That's like those are the ones coming up. I just got to get some time to do it.
Oh, Will, something. Well, you probably can't stream doing it, but I want to let you know with the Nintendo Pokemon Bank server shutting down now. If you have the virtual console for Crystal, this is probably your last chance to shiny hunt that Celebi.
Guess what I'm doing right now.
Okay, just make sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, guess what I'm doing right now.
Guess what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I've been on and off hunting the shiny Celebi.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is I'm trying to get someone to Andrew. Shout out to Andrew in the chat. I know he's still here. But I'm trying to find a DS that he can mod, so I can actually have the capture card and shiny hunt Celebi. That is the big one.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I really wish they do bring. Maybe one day they bring the virtual consoles to the Switch. I mean, I have my hopes up the fact that they brought the stadium games to the Switch. So, you know.
By the way, quick announcement that nobody knows about. You remember my hardware Nuzlocke of Gold that I did probably about last year? I still have that.
Oh,
I
nice.
haven't finished it, but I still have all of the Pokemon that from the Nuzlocke, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it up and take it to Stadium.
Excellent.
like I was planning on doing. So I still have all that Nuzlocke stuff and everything like that. So
Oh, hey, since we're talking about speedruns and Pokemon and stuff, I did see, because it keeps popping up on my YouTube recommended, apparently some community has broken the some kind of wall in the Pokemon Coliseum speedrunning community.
wait, are you talking about the random barrier?
Maybe.
Like they found a way to RNG manip what Pokemon are going to be coming out on Coliseum, like whenever you battle, or like what is like? Because there's a lot of weird tricks for Coliseum. By the way, speaking of Coliseum, hold on.
Or was it Pokemon Red?
Speaking
Yeah,
of
okay.
Coliseum, for anybody who's like actually watching the stream right now, speaking of Coliseum, I may have the only way to get a shiny Jirachi like ever. And I'm
Nice.
going to send the file to everyone. But I picked up the Coliseum bonus disc and I picked up Coliseum. So I picked up Coliseum and the bonus disc, and then also not to flex, but
No.
I mean people need to know. I picked up a complete inbox silver.
Right.
Hashtag
wait,
humble brag.
Wait. So there was something 6 months ago where they were able to break through with Coliseum, but also something more recent was Fire Red. Apparently, I saw, yeah, this one. Speedrunners finally broke Pokemon Fire Red after 19 years.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because they've been working on it for so long to like do wrong warps. They're
Yeah.
called wrong warps. If anybody doesn't know about Pokemon speedrunning, if you execute a certain codes like being poisoned and like amount of steps that you take while you're poisoned or repel tricks or anything like that, you can as soon as you die, you can wrong warp anywhere.
Yeah.
So Fire Red was completely locked down because of the glitches with Red and Blue. So
Yeah.
if they broke it, then that's amazing.
Yeah, after we're done with here, if you have any time, I sent you the link to the video that got posted about 13 days ago. Just
Mhm.
whenever you want to view that, I guess.
I mean, maybe I'll take it to the classroom whenever I hop on stream and we'll view it.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. But yeah, I remember seeing this like, oh yeah, I probably should mention that to Fetti.
Oh, speaking of which, Kangaroo, wasn't there some new glitches that got found in 2018 as well?
Uh, so new glitches. I'm not sure. I'm still coming back into the scene. Vex did. Well, I mean, none of it's really new. There was a
the
new
point-
way to do cutscene launches on PC, which is a pretty big development. But I think that was discovered like a month or two ago. There's new development with the Vulture and Electro fight. And yeah, I mean that's like really the only new glitches I think.
I thought I saw something about like the point launches where you like run around the building and then launch.
Yeah, eagle launches.
Yeah, eagle launches. I thought there was someone found a consistent way to eagle launch.
Oh, I have not seen that.
I saw it somewhere of like I saw a video on YouTube of like consistent way to eagle launch or whatever.
Well,
and
I
didn't know if it
mean,
was
the
true or not.
technique to do eagle launches is like
But it's like a setup.
known.
Like they like set it up or whatever
Hmm.
to like always get an eagle launch. I don't know if it's true. It might be like clipped or whatever. But like I was like, that's crazy because that's all. You remember whenever you said you were gonna teach me how to speedrun the game, I was like, I'm only going for eagle launches.
Yeah, and I said don't
only.
do that.
I'm like only going for eagle launches because everybody in the community will get mad at me.
Yeah, I would too.
Yep, and it'd be fun.
No, no, it wouldn't. I would recommend doing cutscene launches though. That would be very fun.
I'm down.
Yeah, yeah. Like dog launch. I call it dock launch, but it's called like lab launch or whatever. That is one of like the hardest launches to do. And if you get it in a run, whoo boy, I might just bust my pants right there.
Okay.
It's the one where you're inside the lab, right? And then you glitch out and then it like shoots you.
Nah, you're after you leave the lab right after like the third mission. You leave out and there's a cutscene that plays where you walk out, you adjust your sleeves, and then you zip up to a water tower. And during that cutscene, with the new strat, you spam Alt Enter, which full screens and unfull screens it, Windows and full screens it.
Yeah.
And then at a precise moment, you go into camera mode, do the camera glitch, which I'm not explaining that, and
Well, it's like
then
the camera glitch is like what you do on the first cutscene, right? Whenever you're swinging out.
um
It's like you go into camera mode and like whenever it's swinging to go get Kingpin and then you get launched all the way there.
I honestly do not know what you're talking. You might be talking about just a normal launch. I don't think you use camera in the first launch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
but the camera it tricks the game into thinking the cutscene's gone, so then you're not locked into going to that tower, and all your momentum is saved from that cutscene, so you just get launched, and it sends you right towards your next objective, and it
Wow, that's
saves,
hard.
if you get it right, it saves like 20, 30 seconds.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's so tough. I know we're talking a lot about speedrunning, chat, because like we're speedrunners or whatever, but yeah, dude, like man, I can't wait for you to teach me that because it's gonna be a lot for me to learn. Jesus Christ.
Teach me, senpai.
Well, I
Yeah,
still gotta do
honestly.
rest. Oh, and there's
I-
a new route. There's 2 new routes in the game, so I have to basically relearn two parts of the game, which is gonna be a real issue.
Think about
Real.
me right now with 100%ing EE. I'm the first one that make the route to 100% Enter Electro. I am the first one. I have the strategy guide right next to me, and like I'm planning out the route for it, and it sucks.
Yeah,
And
it sounds like
sucks.
it would.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things of each difficulty has a different spread of comics, and then you have to do weird stuff to unlock certain costumes or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just it's a pain in the ass, and being a mod or whatever, and having to make a complete route for it, I feel like people are going to be like, okay, you made the route, now let's push it down lower, and I'm gonna be like, oh god, I have to defend this title, like, and do it again.
So
I don't.
are you gonna do basketball percent inside the 100%?
So I'm thinking that well, you have to do basketball percent to get a comic on easy.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you have to hit the basketball shot to get a comic.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So it's on one of the difficulties. So I have to actually do basketball percent. I'll probably open an extra timer or whatever whenever I load up on that mode, and then just do basketball percent and
Well,
see
that'll
if I
be
can
fun.
get record. I mean, the thing is that with basketball percent, it's like precise. We even have a task for it. Like it's
Oh,
like
damn.
Mm-hmm.
it is basketball percent category is probably the most optimized category in the entire Inter Electro game. It is like legit the most optimized category. And it's insane that we made it as a joke. If y'all don't know the backstory to this, me, Kangaroo, and Soda, we were like, there should be basketball percent in this game. It seems fun. And so we streamed basketball percent for about 4 hours in the Inter Electro Discord, like live, and we pushed him to add basketball percent. And then for the next week, the top runners of of most of all the Spider-Man games stopped what they were doing and went for basketball percent.
It was a fun time. It was a fun time.
Yeah, and then now that I'm a mod, I added some more stuff that's actually really fun, like the extra categories. I finally, Kangaroo, my new game plus idea popped off,
Did it?
and I needed and when I recommended that for 2000, they were like, no, and then I put it in the Inner Electro and it popped. So, like, dude, the world record right now from Gustavo is in the that suit that makes you not affected by electricity.
Yeah, the insulated.
That's the world record for. He did it in the insulated suit for New Game Plus, not in any kind of broken suit. He did it in the insulated suit, which I think is insane.
Yeah, Gustavo's
The best
he's taking
runner of
everything, man.
Yeah, I feel the only thing that he told me, he messaged me. The only thing he told me, he was like, I think that you could take no skips, and that's probably the only thing I could take right now is no skips.
Like he took literally everything he's ran.
Yeah, I think I can beat him in no skips though. He thinks I can beat him in no skips, which is a very high praise from Gustavo to
That's high praise.
be like, no, because he's the best runner, Mongo. He's like the best runner. He beat Soda's record that stood for 4 years. So like, him saying that I could beat him in no skips is like I'm proud of that. I mean, I do have the Peter Parker challenge record, and then because nobody wants to do that shit and spend 3 hours doing that, and then I'm gonna be spending 3-4 hours doing the 100% record too. So and routing it out. And by the way, Kangaroo, good news. Once I do the 100%, Ink is gonna start running Inner Electro. Matt is gonna start running Inner Electro if I do a tutorial for it, and I had some other people starting to run Inner Electro the minute I do 100% and do a
Oh,
tutorial
you're
for how to play.
trapping people to lose their insanity, man.
Dude, it's actually fun to run once you learn what it is. Like, once you learn the specific skips, it's actually pretty fun to run. Like, I'm not even joking, because the door clip, you can just clip out the side of the wall instead of going for the door, which makes it so much easier.
Who discovered that?
Art.
Art.
Yeah, Art discovered that, and that's how I've been not panicking and freaking out every time I play it. So, it's like, there is no more door skip.
Lovely.
So-
Weird.
And then Burke and the Machine skips the entire level, like, if you hit it right. So that's how they're getting so low of times or whatever. That's how they're getting so low times, because we broke the game. I also found a strat. I have my own strat, Kangaroo. It's called Fetti Fall. Like, they actually named it Fetti Fall, where you can glitch through the floor if you stand on a certain tile in that door room and you go out of bounds and then swing up or whatever.
Why do you always get a strat? I don't have a strat named after me in 2018.
You gotta try harder.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
if you find one, then I'm sure you can name it whatever you want. Like how the old man Burke skip happened or whatever. Like, it was first, like, I helped him figure that out, so it was first named after me, and then now it's the old man Burke because old man made that task or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I
And
mean,
then
I did find something for 2018. I first figured out how to do cutscene launches and the mile
So you
skip.
do have it. So you do have a strat.
Yeah, but they were already discovered on PS5. I'm just the one who discovered how to do it on the port.
Well, yeah. Then I mean, like, if you discovered how to do it on the port, then you could name it whatever you want. Like, honestly, like, they named it the Fetti Fall because I accidentally did it, and then I was able to repeat it a couple times, so it got named the Fetti Fall.
And then he fell down some stairs.
And then
Sounds like Fetti.
Soda learned that you can Fetti Fall in almost every level. So
Damn.
and get out of bounds. Like, if you Fetti Fall under a street light or whatever, you can get out of bounds. So it's actually pretty cool.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
What Mongo?
You don't want me to say it.
Wow, he's holding himself back. He's learning. He's learning.
That's a good Mongo. That's a good Mongo.
Yeah, good boy, Mongo.
Yeah,
Good
type it to
boy. Good
Type it
boy,
to you.
Mongo. I
He-
can't read
he
it.
can't
You have
let
to
it
text me.
not go.
I will message it to Kangaroo and he'll say it.
Okay, yeah. I'll
No,
say it.
here.
I'll say it.
Message me on Discord. I'll look on my phone.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
All right, here. Let's see. Oh, you sent me the speedrun finally broke Pokemon Fire Red. Oh, they use missing no? How did they get a missing no in Fire Red? That's crazy. Unless that's just a
I think it's just a placeholder for the icon.
Oh, come on. You gotta send it to me, too.
Yeah, send it to Kangaroo.
All
Send
right,
it to
all
Kangaroo.
right.
That
Let
is
me copy
hilarious.
and
That is
paste it.
hilarious. That is
So,
hilarious.
sorry, chat. You can't.
Inside
Yeah,
joke.
look, Malgo's holding himself back, which is very,
What
very
the
professional.
There's a Pokemon named Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Among Us. Sus.
Where have you been since 2016?
What
For
the
real, dude.
crap?
Wait, when did
Among
Among
Us.
Us come out? 20.
And then there's
Okay, alright.
Fungus and Among Us. And Caitlin said sus in the comments.
Yeah.
But speaking of sus, there's nothing sus about our sponsor, which I'm about to definitely get into.
Yep.
So, nothing sus about our sponsor here. So, hold on, I gotta get to it. Boom. All right, chat. So, Nerd Comics is where I get all of my collectibles, everything that you could ever need. They have all the collectibles from literally, honestly, the 60s to they have it all the way from the 60s all the way up to now, like recently. And basically, you can get comics, you can get collectibles, you can get pops, you can get whatever you want. You can just come there and chill and play Yu-Gi-Oh or play Magic or do whatever. honestly, Nerd U has been a great sponsor. Great team over there. Great guys. We're gonna make some more partnerships happen. I'm gonna be doing more vlogs with them. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff with them. You can buy it. You can buy their stuff on Macari, or you can go to their Facebook and buy stuff, or you can just go in. And if you say that you came from the Due2Copywrite podcast or that Will sent you, you can get 15% off your entire order. I don't know if that includes shipping, but it should. Yeah, I've got a lot of signed comics, got a lot of old Lether Protectors, got almost all my comic books have came from them, and they are super nice. So I would go check them out at facebook.com/nerducomics or instagram.com/nerducomics. I've put their links in the chat, and they will be down below in the description. Honestly, these guys are amazing, and if you do order from them, just make sure to, say something nice, and then say you came from the Copyright Podcast, and they will help you out. Really, I can go ahead and explain a little bit more, you know what I mean? Nerd U Comics is based out of Commerce, Georgia, but they do mail, they do everything like that. And I would, honestly, dude, I don't know what I'd do without them, because I started collecting comic books when I was younger, got all my comic books thrown out, and these guys have helped me, like, honestly, they've helped me find the comic books from my childhood and the comic books that I've needed, right? Like, to make myself feel better. So that is Nerd U. That is facebook.com/nerducomics and instagram.com/nerducomics, and I dropped their Macari. And yeah, look at all these cool comics. But no, back to the podcast. Thank you again for sponsoring our podcast and all of that. And I will hopefully see you guys on the website ordering some stuff, or see you in the store. Not my best ad read, but it works. Okay, Mongo.
What? We changed the channel.
But yeah, speaking of comics, do you guys have any favorite comics? Like anything that you guys remember from your childhood? Kangaroos was a little bit recently, but do you guys have anything that you remember from your childhood, or like any good storylines that y'all remember?
The first issue of Superman when he lifted
Okay,
that
hold on.
car.
Kangaroo first. Kangaroo first.
All right, fine.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Boomer. Anyways, I was too poor to buy comics. I have a few of them that I got for like Christmas and stuff, but the majority of the comics that I experienced came from Comic Storian. One of the
Shout out to
fucking
Comic
YouTube
Storian.
channels.
Shout out to Comic Storian.
Yeah,
for real.
shout out to Comic Storian. There's another YouTube channel that I used to watch. Sadly, I don't really remember their names.
It's that one dude with the glasses. I know exactly what
Comic
you're talking
Explain.
about. Comics Explained. Yeah.
Yeah, Comics Explained. And yeah, that's where the majority of the comics that I quote unquote read are from.
For me,
I will tell you.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
my bad. Go ahead.
I thought I was going
No,
next.
no. Go ahead. Mr. Action Comics #1.
Now I would say probably the Marvel Zombies series was probably my,
Cool.
and I'm glad they've like started to I don't know if it's called like a reboot or something, but
It's not a reboot. It's like telling the story afterwards, like
Yeah.
they're continuing the story. Yeah.
And I think DC Deceased did a really good job too.
Dude, if we're talking DC, so there's like 3 comics that I cherish or whatever. I wish Caitlin could bring me one of them. It's do I have it in here? That's the real question. I do not have it in here, but it is Spider-Man number 380, and it is my dad gave it to me. It's the gold cover Venom. It's Venom and Spider-Man, and it's a gold cover, and it might be 180, but it is Venom and Spider-Man. It's their last fight before Venom realizes that Spider-Man's a good guy. And basically, it was the first comic that I ever read, and my dad gave it to me whenever I was about 5 or 6 years old. And if you notice, there's a certain game that I speed run that came out around that time as well. And like there's also a movie that came out around that time as well with Tobey Maguire.
I wonder what he's talking about.
Right, so that comic is very sentimental to me. When my mom, honestly, threw away all my comics and sold them for like $1 and stuff like that. When I was at school and I came back and there was nothing. That one comic book was the one thing that I cherished because that got me into Spider-Man. It was reading that comic, it was playing the Spider-Man 2000, watching the animated series, and watching that movie. Spider-Man became my favorite superhero. And my dad gave me that comic because he bought that comic for me specifically, like to read, right? And he passed it down, and like I read it, and there was just something about it, like the art style, the just like Venom becoming my favorite villain. You know what I mean? Like besides Mysterio, Mysterio is my
Back
favorite
when he
villain,
was a
but
villain full time.
back no, he was an anti-hero this time, and like it was after the Lethal Protector run, and basically like I just kind of fell in love with the character. Like it just that comic was the one thing that I was missing in my life. And I talked to the owner of Nerd U, and I sent him a list of comics that I needed. And the first he found it, and whenever I told him the story about it, he teared up. I've never seen anybody tear up, and he teared up, and he was like, "I'm so happy that I got this for you." And whenever I grabbed it, I teared up because it was my first comic I ever owned. And the man is a genuinely good guy, and he has helped me find anything that I need. Like,
Shout out to Nerdy You, man.
yeah, like that dude, like he puts his all into making people feel good and having the comics, right? Like I just bought so I've been reading Uncanny Spider-Man, which is Nightcrawler as Spider-Man.
Oh,
It's during the fall of X, so where mutants have to hide because they're getting like hunted down, and so Spider-Man gives him a costume and he starts being a superhero like Spider-Man, but Nightcrawler. And I read issue 1, really loved it, so I picked up issues 2 and 3 and 4 from him. And honestly, like, dude, support your local comic shop. Like, if you have one, if you don't have one, support Nerd U. Like, these guys are actually saving the comic book industry. Like, I've never met anyone who cares as like about these storylines as much as this person. And if you have any storylines that you want to read, I would recommend the reboot of Superior Spider-Man because he's back. I would recommend. I would recommend reading Superior. Yeah, I would recommend reading Superior Spider-Man. I would recommend reading Spine Tingling Spider-Man, which I didn't know existed, and I told him about it. I was like, "Do you know about Spine Tingling Spider-Man?" He's like, "Nope." Went and immediately got those comics for me to buy, and it's a horror. It's Spider-Man with horror enemies, like, and it's like it's a horror book, and I'm like, "This is amazing," and I'm like, "This is amazing." So I grabbed Spine Tingling Spider-Man, like. He also collects Scarlet Spider comics for me. I just got Kane Scarlet Spider 1 through 12.1. And like the dude's awesome. If you request the comic, he will find it.
Yeah. What's the new Spider-Man that's currently out right now? It's like a manga or something, right? With the
the manga Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Kangaroo can talk all about this because this is his favorite Spider-Man.
Spider-Chan?
I guess like Peter Parker's missing.
Yep, that is his manga Spider-Man is his favorite Spider-Man.
Is that what it's called, Spider-Chan?
Yeah, man. I know
Spider-Man.
nothing about the comic. I know nothing about the lore, but the skin is so sexy.
Yeah, he likes how the design is a lot.
Hold on, let me look this up.
Also, I will tell you, if you have not read the Miles run, the new Miles run, it is gas.
Is it?
Yeah, the new Miles run is so gas. He just developed a new power to make an electric sword or whatever, like a spirit sword.
The only comic that I personally have read online is Invincible. That is the only comic that I've read from the first issue to the last issue.
Yeah, Invincible and the Boys, by the way, he also has Invincible and the Boys. But yeah, like those are great comics. The Boys comic sucks, but Invincible
Boys is kind of trash, but yeah. The show is good. The comic is.
The show is really good.
Yeah. I actually have, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Alright,
like
cool.
the Boys comic is just misogyny, racism, and like cliche bullshit. It's not a good comic.
But the show is great.
Yeah, the show is great.
The show is great.
They use all of that to make a good story, not to just be edgy.
Right. I mean, I will say that. He's got the whole Invincible like.
Oh,
book,
you got the compendium?
Oh, that is so good.
I put that shit on my Christmas list like 2 years ago. Never got it, so I just.
Yeah.
Who is echoing a smidge, Caitlin? And I'll fix it.
Probably.
But
me.
yeah, like the main thing is like I really want just people to support the local comic shops because like whenever I was talking to him the other day, I think it was yesterday, and I was like, you know, everyone has their own Spider-Man, right? Like everyone has their own superhero, but I'm saying like if you read Spider-Man, everyone has their own Spider-Man. Like for me, I grew up in the late 90s to early 2000s, and the main Spider-Man of that was Ben Riley, like the sensational Spider-Man. Like it was Ben Riley taking over as Spider-Man. So that's why I love Scarlet Spider so much and Ben Riley, because he was my Spider-Man, right? And then you have people from back in the day, like Mongo, who read Spider-Man comic books, and it was actually Peter Parker, right? I also grew up with the Ultimate comic books, so I have like a little bit of Peter Parker, bias on that one. Like I don't know what comic books Kangaroo read, but he might have like Peter Parker as his Spider-Man, and
I grew up
also
with the
because
movies, bud.
yeah, so he has Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire as his Spider-Man, right?
Nah.
Andrew
I like
Garfield.
the
Oh my bad,
Amazing
Andrew
Spider-Man.
Garfield. Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Yeah,
I was
and
I was
then
I was gonna ask, like, when y'all like did a little voice in your head from when you read Spider-Man comics, whose voice do you attribute his to? Like one
Reno
of the
Romano.
who?
Reno Romano
Which one was that one?
is who I do, from the 2000s games,
Okay.
and Ultimate Spider-Man, or Spider-Man
Hon-
Unlimited. My bad.
I the voice in my head is Tobey Maguire. Toby was who I grew up with, but I prefer the Amazing Spider-Man. I
That's the
like the
question.
visuals.
Yeah. For me,
That's the question.
for me, it's either it depends on which age group the current Spider-Man I'm reading or watching is. If it's a more like a college or adult Spider-Man, it's like the 1990s one.
Yep.
But if it's like a still in high school teenage one, it's the Drake Bell one from the Ultimate Spider-Man's Disney XD ones.
For
Mm.
for me though, it's Reno Romano is who I read as like Spider-Man as, and then is it Christopher Nolan Barnes is like the is that the 90s one, the 90s actor?
I'll look it
Uh,
up.
that's who if I read any of the clones, like whenever the clones come up, that's who I read it as. So like I have two different voices. If it's the clones, then I read it as Christopher Nolan Barnes. If it's just normal Spider-Man, I read it as Reno Romano. Because I think he's the best Spider-Man, and I think he's just like, I don't think he gets talked about enough about how really good of a voice job he did in Spider-Man 2000 for the PS1 and Inner Electro and Spider-Man Unlimited.
You know,
I think he is like put to the side a lot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like Andrew Garfield gets too much hate compared to
I
like
do
all
do
of the
too.
Spider-Men. Like I feel like he gets way too much hate.
I do too. The only reason though is because I think Amazing Spider-Man 2, the only good part about that, besides Gwen Stacy dying, because that was a really good scene,
that's the good
Mm.
part.
is the first swing of that movie. Like the opening swing is really good. Like and like the whole like being late for the graduation and stuff like that and all his quips. I think they nailed that. The rest of the movie feels rushed,
Hmm.
and I think that's why they don't like Andrew Garfield.
And Will, to confirm what you're saying, it was Christopher Daniel Barnes who was the star of the '90s animated series.
Look at me knowing what I'm talking about. But also he's coming to MomoCon in Atlanta next year, and I'm probably spending about $2,000 to get him to sign all of my '90s.
Good God, son!
I'm getting a personal room so I can get him to sign all my '90s stuff.
You're getting a personal loan, my.
No, but the thing is it's not only gonna be me paying. It's I'm doing Nerd You a favor and getting all their '90s collectibles signed as well, and getting them verified like with pictures and stuff like that. So that way it's like legit, and they can get it graded with gold stars and stuff like that.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, and the dream is you can see this comic in the background that I have next to the Spider-Man issue 100. It's the To Trap a Spider from the prequel to that. I always say I have that comic whenever I'm speedrunning.
I have that comic.
I have that. I found the artist. Nerd You actually found the artist for me who drew the panels. It was the artist at the time. Found the writer for it, and also I'm trying to get that signed by the writer, the artist, and Reno Romano.
Damn.
And if I can do that, then I can get it graded, and I think it'll probably be like insanely, because no one knows about that comic, so except for a few people that I've talked to about. I've kind of spread awareness about that. I've spread the awareness about it. I think at least.
So-
I think I've spread the awareness.
little bit.
On the topic of other like Spider-Man actors, voice actors and stuff,
Mhm.
who? Okay, my original question was gonna be, how do you feel about the Tom Holland Spider-Man?
I actually really like Tom Holland.
I do too.
So-
I do too.
But I don't like Tom Holland for the reasons of him being like you know, his
British.
voice acting and all of that stuff. I feel like the writers of that movie know how to write quips. Like think about in Civil War whenever like he gets thrown
You have a metal
whatever
arm?
gets yeah, that, and also it's like, oh, you have a metal arm, that's so cool, is it blah blah blah, and then like he keeps talking. Civil War I think is the best display of what Spider-Man should be, because like he gets that thing thrown at him, and then he webs it back, and he's like, I think you forgot this or whatever, and like throws it back at him,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, you know, you're not supposed to be talking while you're fighting and all that stuff and all that. And like in the first Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland or whatever, whenever he's like, hey, you guys aren't the Avengers and stuff like that, like I think that that's a perfect representation of Spider-Man, right? Like I think that those are the perfect representations. But what really sold me on the writing direction is when the last movie, when Toby showed up and Andrew Garfield showed up, and their quips were written right. Hearing Toby Maguire do quips, which he never did. He only did one quip that I can remember, and
Pizza
it's the
time.
here's your change. No, it's the here's your change, right? Like in Spider-Man 2, it's like here's your change. Like hearing him do quips in No Way Home solidified that he could have been the greatest Spider-Man of all time if someone would have wrote his quips right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If somebody would have gave him quips, he would have been the greatest Spider-Man of all time.
Okay, here's a super hot take. People dick ride the shit out of the Tobey Maguire era.
I agree. I so agree. Granted, I understand why, because if you go back and watch the scene whenever he gets the symbiote, even though that's the worst movie, right? If you go watch the movie where he gets the symbiote and he's on the side of the wall, and it's a remix of the superhero theme from the first movie, but more dark and menacing because he has the symbiote suit on. That is like a piece of cinema that I will never forget. And they even reference it in Spider-Man 2. I'm not going to spoil it for you, Kangaroo, if you see it. But like they reference that scene in Spider-Man 2, the game, and it's like it's the most iconic scene of Spider-Man ever, of him on the wall looking at himself with the black symbiote suit with like that crazy like remix of his original theme. I think that's like the best scene, or when he's sitting on the clock tower in the rain.
Yep.
Right? Like those are like the framing of that is so good. And if it was only the Sandman as a villain, like all the times he was beating the crap out of the Sandman, like it would have been a great movie. But no quips,
Oh yeah, I'm not
no
saying
nothing.
like they're bad or nothing.
Yeah, I just
but-
think that I do think that the dick writing for Tobey Maguire is out of control.
Yeah,
Like-
people just do that because it was the first good live action Spider-Man. There was a live action before him, but it
was
wasn't.
the first good live action. It was the first good live action superhero movie
Mhm.
ever, right? But I will say that in No Way Home, if you see Toby quip and it works, right? They wrote quips for him and it worked. So if they wrote quips from him in the first 3 movies, it would have been awesome.
Yep.
Like I would put them higher if there was quips.
To,
But
to
he just didn't quip.
solidify that I like Andrew Garfield like the most out of all 3
Dude,
of
his
them.
quips are so good.
Bro,
His
I
quips
love his
are
quips,
so good.
and his scene when he catches MJ in No Way Home. Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
that
so
like
good.
it is such like I cried, bro. I'm dead ass. Like I cried at that scene. That is such a powerful scene.
And you know it was supposed to be Tom Holland who saved him, and then Tom Holland actually said no, it should be Andrew Garfield.
Really? Oh, Tom Holland is the goat for that. He is the goat.
Like
for
it
that.
should be. He was like it should be Andrew Garfield for the redemption arc, and Andrew Garfield like stepped in and was like, yeah, I need my redemption or whatever.
Hey,
and
speaking
they,
of
and they
Andrew,
did it.
did y'all see the deleted scene of the end of that movie where it was supposed to follow him back to Andrew Garfield's world and show him beating
Yep.
the crap out of some teenagers?
Yep. And
Really?
they're planning on doing an Amazing Spider-Man 3. It's been leaked or whatever, and I'm excited to see. It's supposed to be before No Way Home, So it's gonna be like him beating the crap out of people.
Oh, maybe that's why they took it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be him beating the crap out of people and losing his mind,
Fantastic.
which I am excited for.
Yeah, because they kind of hinted that like both of them.
Yeah,
like,
he
they
said he
lost
stopped pulling
shit.
his punches.
Yeah,
he said he stopped pulling his
punches,
punches.
and they became like that's like the bad story for like a lot of Spider-Man in the multiverse is that
Yep.
they lose something and they just they give up and they start killing people basically.
Speaking of what chat just said, you're forgetting Superman and Batman. If we're talking about their new stories, if you need to go
Godzilla
read
one?
these, no, listen, you need to go read these. The Superman Godzilla, amazing storyline, like amazing
Godzilla?
storyline. Yeah, he fights
Yeah.
Godzilla and loses.
Dude, it's been a meme for like a
I
week.
don't like that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
No, because it's the atomic rays or whatever, and like
yeah.
it's considered magical. So like he like,
Oh yeah, Superman
you know
is
what I
weak
mean?
to magic. Yeah.
Yeah. So and also the new Batman storyline where Batman's losing his mind.
Yeah.
He has to swap over to his alter ego because there's like a killer robot that's trying to kill him.
Oh, he has to switch
he
to
get-
what is it?
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his
yeah,
name,
but,
but
like,
it's all
he has,
that.
like,
It's
the
the purple.
multicolored
It's the
suit.
purple. Yeah, it's the purple and orange suit.
That is so sick. I love that. I remember
But the
seeing
thing is he built a killbot
Yeah.
that can basically destroy him because he can destroy all the Justice League. He built a killbot. It's called Failsafe. And the thing is that if he ever kills somebody, Failsafe activates and like goes to kill him, right? And so basically, Joker framed him killing somebody. So Failsafe went online and is trying to kill Batman. It even like takes out Superman, which is crazy because Superman shows up and it takes out Superman. And so Batman, in order to combat this, is like, this thing knows all of my moves. It knows everything I'm gonna do. So he swaps to his alter ego and tries to fight it, and it kicks his ass. And there's the ending is not here yet, so I'm not gonna say the ending. The ending is not here yet, but y'all need to go read that. Like if y'all have not read that, like actually pick up the comics because the art is really good, by the way. And you need to support your local comic shops.
for a while? This comic, because I remember seeing this.
Yeah,
ages ago.
yep. It's a work in progress. And the thing is that Zur&R, Zur&R.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you guys need to go pick up these comics because A, the art is really good. B, it's really cheap because it's like, it's a Batman comic that's coming out. It's like $3.99 each, if not cheaper. And also, you can support your local comic shop by doing that, and you support Nerd U, and you get 15% off, right? So it's even cheaper because 15% off. But you need to read these comics because this comic run is freaking insane. Like it takes you on a roller coaster, and it's not even done yet. And it takes you on a roller coaster because even Zen&R gets his ass kicked.
Zenny.
It's crazy.
Before Mongo goes, I just want to say something. Is this the comic where he falls from space?
No.
No.
That was a weird one. That was
cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I was wondering, when does the new season of My Adventure with Superman come back on or something?
Dude, I've been wanting to watch that. I've been wanting to watch that with Caitlin, but Caitlin's like, "Oh, I don't want to watch it." I'm like, "Listen, it's cute. It's a cute manga. You're gonna like it."
Lois
You know
is
what I
a
mean?
tomboy in this one. Let me have this.
Yeah, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna fall in love with it. Like if we watch it.
You know what? It's probably got affected by that writer's strike, so they're probably far behind.
Speaking of this, I've heard that there's another Watchmen crossover in the works.
Oh, really now?
If y'all haven't read Watchmen, go read Watchmen, and then skip the last chapter. Skip the last chapter of Watchmen, and then watch the movie.
I've only watched
it's a better ending. Dude, Watchmen's so good. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Like Watchmen is Rorschach
I
is
think it's
awesome.
regarded as one of the best comic adaptations.
No, yeah, it is, and it also is regarded as one of the best comic books of all time.
Yeah. It's
Like
good.
I have the whole big book for it. Watchmen is so good. If no one's read it, like I said, 15% off. It's very cheap right now because Watchmen's everywhere. Like Watchmen is a very, very, very good comic, and if you haven't read it, it has a lot of twists and turns. It has a lot of
If
yeah. Go ahead, Kangaroo.
If you want to watch a movie that is very faithful to its comic, oddly enough, watch the 300.
Oh, good
Mhm.
choice.
Mhm.
Good
Wait,
choice.
the Spartan guy 300 or is
It's based off a
Yep.
comic book
Yep.
that is based off a movie from like the 1980s,
Yep.
which is loosely based off of a battle.
Yep.
I was gonna say I thought it was gonna be based off an actual battle.
But it's faithful. It's super faithful to the comic that it's in,
Yeah.
and the comic is way
Shot
more
for
graphic.
shot, bro. It is super faithful.
And the comic is way more graphic if you like that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
We get
And
to see
it's a
some.
it's a short run comic. It's a very short
Oh,
run comic.
by the way, since the Batman Who Laughs is coming back in the Batman comics,
Oh dear God.
everyone right now needs to go in because they're cheap right now. They're gonna go up in price. They're cheap right now. You need to go read the Dark Knight Metal series.
Dude, what you telling me Batman is gonna come back after? Wait, do we have to say spoiler warning here?
For what?
I was gonna say about how Batman.
No, hold on. For what? What's the spoiler warning?
About Superboy Prime.
Oh, Superboy Prime. Yeah, no, we leave it. Name the comic. Let them read it.
I don't remember the comic. I just know about how the last Dark Knight Metal encounter happened with Superboy Prime.
Yep. But read Dark Knight. Read the Metal series because it is a very good series. Like it is a very very good series.
I'm not arguing
don't-
that. I just feel like it had its like good ending. We shouldn't bring him back.
No, the Batman Who Laughs is coming back in another comic. Like it's
I
coming
don't think
back for
Andre
another-
likes the Batman Who Laughs. He said ew. Very interesting take right there.
No, he said Udis, the one we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
The 300 and the very graphic
Yeah,
man-on-man action.
It was something before that. It was before Watchmen. It was I can't remember what we were talking about, but yeah, like I will say that like comics are starting to get really good. I'm boycotting Amazing Spider-Man, so anything else other than Amazing Spider-Man, you should read.
All right.
Amazing Spider-Man sucks right now. The writers don't know what they're doing, and it is awful. And I can't wait for the Ultimate Universe to come back.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Comics, where Spider-Man's married to MJ, has 2 kids, and he gets bitten when he's older. Like he gets
Ooh.
bitten in his 30s, and
Interesting.
like becomes Spider-Man. The Ultimate Comics are gonna be gas. Like the new Ultimate run, gonna be amazing
Yeah.
because he gets bitten in his 30s, and so like he's like an adult. And now he's getting bit, and it's like, and he's already married, so we're gonna see how that goes.
Hey, how did you feel about that? I forget what storyline of Spider-Man it was, but it was basically it had a flashback of Aunt May when she was younger. Apparently, she was hoeing it out to both Uncle Ben and his brother.
Did you does anybody remember when Doc Ock in the comics married Aunt
Yes.
May?
Yeah.
That's such a good comic. It's such a good comic just to have. It's such a good
I
comic.
don't know what Mongo's talking about where she's hoeing it out. I don't know what comic that's in relation to.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't
Oh, I
either.
gotta find
And
it.
I'm a big Spider-Man fan.
I'll
I'm a
look
big
it up.
Spider-Man fan, and I don't remember that.
How much do y'all love the Miles Morales movies? They are
They're pretty
so
good.
They're so.
fucking
Very
Oh
good.
my god, dude! The Spider-Verse movies are so
Oh my
bussin',
God.
bro. Oh my god.
Spoilers for the second Miles Morales movie if you
Yep.
haven't
Yep,
seen
yep.
it.
Spoilers. Skip about 5 minutes ahead.
Yeah, bro.
That's our spoiler warning.
The fact that it's a part 1 made me so excited, but it pissed me off, bro. I
That we're
was
not
like,
gonna get it for
"Come
4
on."
years. That we're not gonna get another one for 4 years. We're not gonna get the sequel for 4 years.
Like,
That's
oh
crazy.
my Jesus.
Top tier goated movies, same. Yeah, no, Chad agrees. Like, listen, dude, I am so happy that they're writing Miles so well. And this is what I was talking about. Okay, you can like unmute or whatever. But the thing is that this is what I was saying is everybody had their Spider-Man. I'm going back to it. Like mine has been Riley. Mongo's is Peter Parker. I think yours is Peter Parker too because of the games Kangaroo. And then people younger, I've talked to them. I'm like, hey, like, you know, how are you liking Spider-Man? And they're like, yo, Miles Morales is great. The younger people are growing up with Miles Morales or whatever, right? And like, I think that it's finally evolving because the Miles Morales books are really good. But I think it's
I've-
finally evolving.
I've had someone tell me that Miles Morales is not a good Spider-Man, and I lost my
Shut-
shit, bro.
Listen to me. The people who do that are either racist, like closet racist, or they don't know. They
Nah,
haven't read
I'm not
all. They
gonna-
haven't.
I'm not gonna say who it
hold on,
was.
hold on. Or they haven't read all of Miles's story, Those are the two things that like, hit that. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, they're
they haven't read
just
all of Miles.
they're stuck in the past. It's
See, there's the chat acknowledging me. Like they haven't read all of Miles or they're racist. Those are the two things. You know what I mean? They don't want Miles to be Spider-Man. And I mean like I get that, but like I don't want Ben Reilly to be Chasm. Like I fucking hate it. But we'll see where it goes, right? Like but Caitlin said the movie's pacing was phenomenal. Yeah, it was so phenomenal that I didn't know it was ending when it was ending.
yeah, for real, for real. I was like, wait, what?
Exactly. But I'm just saying about Miles, the thing is that either you haven't read Miles's whole story or like even know about Miles's whole story, or you just think that he's like Spider-Man but black. And I hate when people do that.
Which he's not. He's
Exactly,
not
which he's
Spider-Man,
not.
but
He's
black.
he's his own character. And guess what? I've changed my opinion. I really like his 10th anniversary suit. I think it bangs.
Let me look it up.
I think his 10th anniversary suit bangs. Like
Oh,
I
is,
think
is it like some?
like I think his 10th anniversary suit bangs. So
I mean, it's alright.
No, like if you actually see it, you can put it like whenever you play Spider-Man 2, there's the 10th anniversary suit, put it on.
I'm seeing
It's very
like
good.
some screen caps of it.
It's very good. And then I bought the action. What made me change my mind is I bought the action figure for it and saw it like with my own eyes, not on a panel.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was like,
this is an amazing suit.
it looks 10 times better in game than it does on a panel. Because in the panel, it looks like a women's suit. I'm not gonna lie. It
Exactly.
looks like a female suit.
And then also in the Spider-Verse events, whenever you see him during that pull up and he has a different costume than everybody, it just shows that Miles is his own creative, like, you know what I mean? And
That's
it,
like the
and it
one
fits
thing
so,
about that
and it
Spider-Man.
fits so well. Like, it fits so well when he pulls up and all the other Spider-Man are in normal fucking costumes except for Silk. And he pulls up and it's like, oh, wow, this suit bangs. Yeah. Like, he did that. He did his thing. He got that shit on, though.
I do want to interject here. I did find out what comic series it was that I was talking about with Aunt May. Mm-hmm. It's part of the Trouble comic series, which is a romance comic limited series published in 2003 as part of the Epic Comics imprint, written by Mark Miller.
So he's just hoeing out.
Yeah.
He was making Aunt May hoe out.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one where Aunt May's apparently his biological mom.
Dude, like, also, can we talk about Spider-Geddon or whatever? Like, what? No, not Spider-Geddon. The one where the two robot clones of Peter Parker's parents come in to the picture. Like, they explain that they're from S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever and that they didn't die and it was all a chameleon ploy and all that stuff. But then you learn that his parents were actually S.H.I.E.L.D., which is insane. Why would you put that on a normal civilian Peter Parker who got bit by a spider? Yeah. Like, you already said his powers are magical, which I actually really like. Mm-hmm. But, like, you can't just be like, and your parents were S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, it's just like, nah, dude. Like,
and vampires and magic.
You know,
dude, did you? Oh, what's up, Kangaroo?
I was gonna say, like, I like it when they do that with like multiversal Spider-Man, like, because like to make their story interesting, how can you really do that without changing like something as crazy as that, you know?
Make a new series.
Yeah.
There's Web of, there's Spectacular, there's Sensational, there's the Ultimate Comics, and then there's the Unlimited Comics. Mm-hmm. Just and Spine Tingling. Make a new run. I've always been saying this. This is my thoughts on everything. You know how the MCU is making all these fucking TV shows that you gotta watch and shit like that? Mm-hmm. I think they should make something called the Cinematic Spider-Man, the Cinematic Avengers, and have comic book writers actually write backstories for these movies and rewrite the movies with like weird shit in them that like actually tell you why is there 6 pin particles in a game, why is there, you know, all of this, and it actually explains it, right? And then you never mention it in the movies. It's for the people who like really love these, will buy the comics and want to see the backstory, and then you can have them write other stories that maybe one day you can adapt into a movie. But just don't ever like mention it in the movies, right? Like you can write around it. And I'm just like, I think that that's a really good idea, and just call it like Cinematic Avengers, Cinematic Captain America, Cinematic Spider-Man, stuff like that.
Will just wants to watch all the movies with director's commentary on.
No, it's not that. It's just I think a good. Okay, so how about this? How the fuck? We know how it is in the comics, which is why we can guess. But how the fuck is Bruce Banner like Professor Hulk? How did that happen? I know if you watch
Yeah,
She-Hulk,
they skipped that shit, and that's kind of annoying.
He explains it in She-Hulk, but you never get a backstory for it. So like, have a cinematic Avengers where it's a Hulk story, and you get to see him battling Hulk and like becoming Professor Hulk, and them agreeing on shit, right? You can write a backstory about Thanos and being like, how the fuck did he pull up to the Asgardian ship? How did he know? What was that battle? They skipped that whole battle. What did that battle look like?
Actually, on Thor, and when they take off in the ship, you can see.
But what was the battle? Everybody's dead.
Yeah, the battle.
Like you
but,
need to see the battle. You know what I mean?
Just watch
like,
New Rockstars. No, fuck New Rockstars. That channel
Exactly.
sucks. They spoil everything.
I agree. I
That
so
channel
agree with
sucks.
that. Also, how about this? Whenever in No Way Home, whenever Venom shows up, he knows Spider-Man. And it's like, we don't know how, because in all his movies, all the Venom movies, he doesn't mention Spider-Man at all.
Yeah, I think that's
So
a
it's
plot
like-
hole, to be honest with you.
No, but it's one of the things if they're planning on introducing Andrew Garfield into the next Venom 3 movie, it's already confirmed.
Oh.
So the thing is like, why not write a cinematic story, in the comics that's like, hey, this is how he knows Spider-Man. And you never mention it again because you don't need to mention these comics, so people don't need to go pick up these comics. But for nerds like us, we can go pick up these comics and be like, oh, so that's why there's only 6 Pym particles. Oh, that's why the quantum universe is how it is. Oh, that's why this is what it is, right? For the nerds, like, who really want to read this story. I think that that's a very good idea, and I think that that'll make them a lot of money, but, it sucks because, like, dude, it's just one of those things if they'll never do it. And Kevin Feige is a comic book writer who now controls all of it, and it's like, why not just actually write stories that happen in between? And then if the comic book writer's really good and he writes extra stories that you never mention, maybe you can adapt one of them into a movie, and the movie won't fucking suck because comic book writers are writing it.
Yeah. You know what we really need as movie watchers and such? We need something that everyone can like and agree with. We need a movie for Crypto the Superdog.
Oh.
I
That's it.
fucking agree. Give me Crypto the Superdog and give me
Oh,
Batman's
shit.
dog. I can't
I
remember his
completely
name.
forgot. Fetti.
Kane or something.
Have you heard about the Ben Riley
Ace.
Wait. Everyone shut up for a second. There's a Ben Riley movie?
movie? No.
No,
Okay, I was about to be like, yo.
I was gonna
'Cause
say I have all the upcoming lists of movies coming out.
I mean, okay, look. Can we talk about how Madam Web's gonna suck, but I'm gonna go watch it anyway? Yeah, can we talk about how Madam Web's gonna suck?
Yeah.
But I'm there day one. Like, I'm there. They're giving me young Madam Web, and then like in the trailer, there's like some there's some weird, like, you can maybe see old Madam Web, which would make sense, right? Because she's 2 people at one time.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like, I'm excited for Madam Web. I'm not excited for the other spider people that are in it. I'm just excited for Madam Web.
Have either of you watched the new Marvel movie, the Marvels movie that came out that's been apparently shit on a lot?
It looks straight out of the CW. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
It does,
Nah,
yeah.
okay,
The
sorry.
Madam Web looks like straight out. Oh yeah, Dexter needs a movie too. Dexter definitely needs a movie.
From Dexter's Laboratory?
No, the Red Lantern cat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, we need a Red Lantern movie. I wouldn't mind a Red Lantern movie. That would be kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like, just skip the Green Lanterns and go straight to the Red Lantern movie. That would be tough. Atrocitus and everything.
Yeah.
DC
That would be
should
so
do
tough.
like a short show, similar to like Marvel What If.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
DC animated always goes great.
100%.
Yeah, like they're killing the animated. They're also killing the comic books. If you actually pick up DC comic books, they're actually bangers.
It's just
I'm
it's
not
just
trying to
the
go
one
back to-
that
I'm not
they can
try-
never get right. I don't know
I'm
what
not
it
try-
is.
I'm not trying to go back to comic books, but if you actually pick up a DC comic book right now, it's a banger.
Yeah.
Every single one
Shout
is a
out Nerd View.
banger.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, every single DC comic book, they're killing DC, or they're killing comic books, and they're killing animated. Like they're the kings of that, and then Marvel's just killing the movies, right?
My favorite comic book like movie is Justice League Dark. Fucking love that.
Oh, it's so good with John Constantine,
John
bro.
Constantine
Come on.
is one of my favorite characters.
Dude, I love in that movie whenever Batman can't see him because he's not magical, but like the Death Reapers come around him and they're like, you're like have a lot of death around you and blah blah blah, like and all that, and he can't see him, and one of them staring him in his eyes, he can't see him, and he goes, boo, and they back up.
Yeah.
And he can't even see him, and it's like, damn, Batman's that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Batman's that dude.
You don't need to see them bitches.
Yeah. Did you ever see the cameo of John Constantine in that show Lucifer?
Yes, I did.
Hey, that looked like a pretty authentic portrayal of what
Hey,
it looks
are
like
we
in the
excited? Are
comics.
we excited for John Constantine with Keanu Reeves, the new movie that's coming out?
Did not know that.
Not really.
Constant-
I didn't
Constantine
like Keanu
2.
Reeves, John Constantine.
Constantine 2. It's because he said that the writing direction was wrong, and now he has a hand in the writing direction because Constantine is his favorite DC character.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
So
same.
I'm excited for Constantine 2.
We need Henry Cavill back as like Superman or something.
There's a big debate about that. We might get him back, but I mean, I don't know, man. I think right now, I think Shazam's gonna take his place.
Really?
That's
That's kind of weird.
I think Shazam's gonna take Superman's place until they find a replacement Superman.
Wait, you mean like the character is going to take more screen time? Or are you talking about the actor?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Shazam is going to take more screen time and like kind of be like the big gun that they bring in. You know, instead of Superman, they bring in the big guns. I hope.
Does Shazam really have no staying power though?
I like Shazam, but I hope that we get Superboy punching the multiverse in the next movie.
Yeah.
And the next movie is Crisis, and so that way we can get all the best characters that they have, like the new Joker as the Joker. We get what's his face as Batman, because that's the best Batman movie we've ever gotten. Sorry, Christopher Nolan.
Are you talking about the Ben Affleck guy or the Twilight dude?
Twilight dude. That is the best Batman we've ever gotten. So
I
he
never
should be
saw
our-
that one. I still need to see it.
It's so good. But he's our Batman. We get what's his face as Joker. We get Harley Quinn stays. I think Harley Quinn should stay, right?
Will Smith
that's
is
the best
Deadshot.
Harley Quinn. I mean, yeah, if you want Will Smith as Deadshot, but I do think like you keep the characters that are popular, and then since it's Crisis, you can recast a lot of people. Like that's the main thing. Since it's a Crisis, you can recast a lot of people. I mean, I honestly wouldn't mind. This is me. I honestly wouldn't mind Nick Cage being Superman.
Can we get a cameo?
I would not mind.
Can we get a cameo of a Poison Ivy, but she gets like killed off real quick and it's Amber Heard?
That'd be tight.
That'd be funny. Okay,
That'd
hold
be
up.
tight.
What pisses me off about the DCEU whatever is that they already did their Crisis in the Flash show in the crossover.
No, they did
event.
They did Flashpoint. They did Flashpoint. They did New Crisis.
No. They did Flashpoint and they also did.
Oh yeah, they
multiversal
added
issue.
They added the Crisis. Yeah, where
Yeah.
Nick Cage is looking at it.
Barry
Yeah.
Allen TV show crossed over with Ezra Miller Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Look, all I'm saying is that there's an unlimited amount of Flashes that they could put in. I think Wally West. They should put in Wally West as the new Flash. Recast, put Wally West as the new Flash after Crisis, and then you take all the best actors that are play whatever, and then you put them in.
Or how
Like,
about
that's
they
what I
actually do a
think.
faithful, really good Teen Titans one?
I think they could do the Teen Titans movie while Crisis is happening.
They fucked
Teen
up
Titans
that
Go
Netflix
movie.
show.
Let's
Holy
go.
shit.
I love Teen Titans Go.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
do
wait
too.
for
I
the-
don't know why people hate on it so much. It's
I really
I
don't
need
know
to
why
leave
people
this,
hate on it.
this community. I need to get away from these people.
Dude, listen, watch Teen Titans Go
I
for a
have.
little bit. Like, no, I'm saying like the later seasons of Teen Titans Go actually like reference the old Teen Titans and stuff. And also,
Yeah.
the old Teen Titans are coming back for a new season. They're gonna finish it off.
Really.
Yep. So I'm excited about the new Teen Titans season, and it's gonna be the actual finale.
Good.
But
I
that
was-
was
yeah,
I was just
CW,
talking
so it
about live
doesn't
action,
count.
though.
But still, bro, like I don't know how you can have a multiversal event, but it not actually affect all the multiverses. Like it doesn't make sense.
Like, dude,
I
Marvel
hate-
does it so well. Marvel does. That's one thing that Marvel does is anything that they do in any TV show or any movie affects the entire like thing. Like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness affected everything.
Yeah.
Loki affected everything. Like all of this stuff, like Miss Marvel affected everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they do that so well to connect everything. It's like perfect. And then DC's trying to catch up and copy, but they're doing it way too fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind more Netflix-esque shows like Loki for characters that don't need a lot of like huge action scenes and CGI. Like Loki was just the right amount, maybe a little bit too much, but they've done pretty good jobs. Like I think what was it, Jessica Drew or no, it was
Dude, yeah, that
Daredevil?
Hawkeye TV show,
yeah.
whatever it was, she is perfect. I don't know, she is the perfect new Hawkeye.
Yeah,
like
she is.
I will not dude. She is the perfect new Hawkeye, and also I really like the comic accurate detail to that where they made him a little deaf
Yeah.
because he's actually deaf in the comics, so he has hearing aids in, which is the first time that we've seen Hawkeye with hearing aids in, and I'm like, that's amazing because he's deaf. It's like
No,
it's
he was
so
going
cool.
deaf in Endgame too.
Yeah, he was going deaf, but this is the first time that we've actually seen him comic accurate deaf, and I'm like, that is amazing. And like She-Hulk, everyone hates on it, but watch that damn show because She-Hulk she was the first wall breaker ever. She was the first fourth wall breaker ever. She was before Deadpool. She always broke the fourth wall. That's her comic story. And then Daredevil's in it. Like it just makes it's a good show.
I thought Doctor Doom was the first one because he held
Nope.
Kirby what's his name hostage on one of the
Nope. She-Hulk is the first one to actually look at the audience and break the fourth wall.
Cool.
Is there like an in-universe explanation for how she can fourth wall break? 'Cause
It's
Girl power.
really no, it's not that. It's they wrote it in for comedic effect, and they have not explained how she does it. But she doesn't know she's in a comic book, but she can talk to the audience. That's
Okay,
like the whole thing,
Because I
and
know
she can like
Deadpool, there was an explanation in one of the comics where
He's insane.
he healed in with like a villain, like a magical villain, and he's living in his brain or some shit. And
oh,
it-
he expelled that. There was a comic where he expelled that and he killed him.
I'm surprised.
yeah.
I'm surprised they don't do that more with a lot of the incantations of the Joker in DC.
I don't think the Joker's a fourth wall break. I like the Joker being
I
fucking
thought his
insane.
whole shtick was that he's super insane, and that lets him bypass the fourth wall in some occasions.
Some occasions, but the thing is that like with the Joker, I like the fact that he's just so insane that it doesn't matter what he says.
Yeah, because like I think it was the mid 2000s the Batman with that Joker that was more like a circus
Like
clown.
Mark Hamill. Oh, wait, no, he wasn't Mark Hamill.
No,
at
it
that
wasn't
point.
Mark Hamill. It was the
was
other
it-
one who did a very good
Yeah.
job, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I see. My bad, Mango. Continue.
Mangle.
Oh, it's
Mongo,
Madcap. Madcap was the thing inside his brain.
Yeah, Madcap.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like
Hey,
they
no,
really
Kangaroo's
utilized-
got something to say.
No. I was saying because I was interrupting him. My bad.
I'm done.
Okay. Okay. So, the way I see Joker's craziness, it isn't like, oh, he's insane, like he does whatever, blah blah blah. His insanity is obsession with Batman. That's his insanity.
Facts.
His insanity is like OCD mixed with like mood swings and like his insanity is like a realistic insanity. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Which
thought
makes him scary,
yeah.
which is
Well,
why I like him.
I thought there was one comic line where they actually said it wasn't that he was insane; it was that he was like super duper sane, which let him realize he was a comic book character.
That was a
Oh.
White Knight.
That was White Knight?
White Knight.
Okay.
White Knight, yeah. Whenever he got cured of his illness, yeah, it was White Knight.
'Cause
But,
I also know there was that one comic line where the Martian Manhunter cured his ailment and he was like regular again.
Yep. But speaking of subplots and comic lines, I got something to do, so I'll be right back. Speaking of subplots and comic lines, chat, there is something that you can always read and always keep up to date, and that is with Nerd U Comics and Collectibles. Nerd U Comics and Collectibles is based out of Commerce, Georgia, but they do deliver and they do post on Macari. They do post on Facebook. I would follow them. You can get action figures. You can get comics. You can get anything from the 60s all the way up to now. If you're looking for anything along these lines, they even have gaming consoles. They have a Game Gear Complete in box. They have like a whole bunch of games. They're expanding their library. And if you also just want to, if you're close and you also just want to go up there and play or play online, they have ways for you to do that. Play Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, whatever. They sell cards, everything like that. They also buy. So if you have anything that you want to sell, they also buy lots. They buy comics, whatever you need. And that is facebook.com/nerducomics and instagram.com/nerducomics as well. If you're trying to pick it up, I've picked up a lot of comics. I would show you, but I got boxes on boxes of this. And yeah, if you say you came from the Due2Copywrite podcast or that Will sent you, you will get 15% off of your entire purchase. So that is nerducomics.com. And also, thank you for sponsoring. We love you.
It's like jet ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome back.
Yep. So we are nearing the end of our time limit. So
Aw.
I know I love talking to you guys, but I mean it's a mini cast, so we got to do it.
You say minicast is like 30 minutes sooner than what our
Yeah,
full
for real.
scheduled cast is.
Yeah, it's a mini cast. What do you mean?
It's the minicast.
That's why it's called a mini cast, dude.
Usually a mini cast would be half an hour to an hour.
Usually a
Well,
minicast
it's hour-
only
it's hour
covers
30.
half the bone.
It's hour 30. We usually go for either an hour 30 or 2, so I'll call it a mini. I'm calling it a mini cast because we don't have everybody here.
Oh, that
Ah,
minicast because I
okay.
broke only 2 fingers.
True. Okay, so we'll start with Kangaroo. Well, actually, no. How about this? So Kangaroo can think of some. We'll start with Mongo. Anything coming up for you, Mongo? Anything you want to promote? Anything like that? Or
I'm
drop the
getting
Twitch.
married.
Yeah, for sure. No, but for real, what's up?
Nothing much. More Call of Duty, more camo grinding on that, and then obviously the new DLC for Scarlet and Violet's going to drop in like a week or two, so going to be on that.
Yeah. I mean, any soul links or possible speed runs or partnerships with your boy?
Whatever you wrote me into, I guess.
Let's go. All right. But yeah, that is twitch.tv/mudpiemongo if you're trying to see any of that content. It's that dude, your stream's growing. Chill out. All right. And Kangaroo, what about you, man? Anything cool coming up? Anything we need to look out for? Any partnerships? Anything like that?
I might be back, but my speed run, I'm not gonna be as consistent with streaming, even though I was not consistent to begin with. I really just want a speed run for fun, cause before it wasn't healthy. So
Yeah.
I'll speed run from time to time, and I'll stream it, obviously. I'd love to hang out with the gang more, but I love hanging out, but just for my own mental sake, I won't be around like as often as I used to be, but I'm still around.
But if you want to catch him, he'll probably be in chat while I'm doing stuff. So,
Yeah, most likely.
just hanging out. But go ahead and shout out your Twitch.
Twitch.tv/SkeedKangaroo.
Honestly, watch him. He's a great guy. He's gotten way better at talking to the community, and like, dude, his tricks on speedrunning, whenever you watch 2018 runs, nutty. So once he gets back in the groove of it, he's gonna be a powerhouse again. So shout out to Ski Kangaroo. Thank you for being on the podcast, man. It's good to have you back, and we've loved you and missed you, man.
Oh, you gonna make me? You're
Oh,
gonna
jeez,
make me
Rick.
cry, man.
All right, but for me, basically my schedule is completely effed because at work I had a college student call out from the 8th all the way till the 8th of January.
Damn.
So I'm gonna have to be working. So I might have to change my schedule up. But you'll be seeing a lot more of me trying to 100% enter Electro, doing my normal speed runs, and then I'm gonna be doing Let's Plays and vlogs. So keep a lookout for that. I'm also gonna be into the community around here a lot more, doing just what I can, and then also, as you know, building the Due2Copywrite brand. We're gonna take over eventually. So thank you guys for watching the podcast. Thank you to NerdU again for sponsoring. I can't thank y'all enough. And yeah, we are out of here. Any last words?
I love you, chat. I love you.
All right, I will catch y'all in the next one, which is probably Friday. Peace out.